Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Priya's Precious Plants. So in this video I would like to share some successes and some failures. Unfortunately, the weather in Southern California has been very cold unusually, and we have had tons and tons of rain, and that has affected how we do our seedlings and transplants. So my seedlings were growing under grow lights, and I had transplanted them into larger pots, but it looked like the roots were outgrowing those pots, and I decided to put those transplants into my raised beds. Well, not a very good idea, because Southern California this year has had a snowstorm and frost, and the temperatures have been quite cold. In Southern California, we do not see such low temperatures at nighttime, but the low temperatures have been in the 40s and 30s, and these summer transplants do not like them for sure. So I will show how my transplants have fared. Unfortunately, I should have waited a little longer to put them in my raised beds. But the success is that the winter season is extended, and now I can still continue to grow my lettuces, turnips, radish, broccoli, and I still have some cabbages, and I just transplanted or harvested, some cauliflowers. So those are the successes, but the failures are that the transplants from my seedlings did not do very well in the raised beds. So my advice, if you are living in Southern California and are eager to put your transplants, wait another month when the nighttime temperatures are much higher in the 50s or 60s. The nighttime temperatures have dipped down to the 30s and 40s, and these summer transplants just don't like them. All right. So I hope you can see the March end tour and enjoy and learn something from this video. Bye. Hello everyone. These are my successes. These are my red romaine lettuce. They are thriving and beautiful. Look at the colors. They have done very well in this cold weather and survived without bolting. So I'm still enjoying a lot of lettuce. You can see the colors, it's beautiful. But I decided to put my transplants of my tomatoes, cucumbers, and I can see that they are extremely stressed out. You can see that the leaves are not doing so well. This is because of the extreme cold weather here in Southern California, and this is very unusual, and we've had so much of rains. Some of them are doing okay, but some of the transplants have not done well at all. I will show you my cucumbers. They are worse than the tomatoes. Tomatoes are still surviving some, but the cucumbers have not done well at all. Some of the leaves, if you get closer and take a look, there is stress, and you can make out that even these are stressed out. These are my chives. Chives are doing well. And here's another tomato that seems to be doing well. In between, I have these turnips that are growing because the weather is still good for these winter crops and fall crops. And only today it has been a nice and sunny day, but other days, this is my red cherry tomato. I don't know whether it will survive. Let's see. And then this one seems to be okay. This one also seems to be all right. This is the variety called the black strawberry, and they are like a cherry tomato, but they have black streaks and they are beautiful. This is my red romaine lettuce, which is doing well, and in between I have radish. So I have one row of radish that is coming out. But here's the biggest disaster. That's my cucumber. You can see how pathetic it is. The transplant was doing well until yesterday, and I think last night it just went into even further shock. This is my carrot, and now the carrot is actually doing well. Now this was my Space Master cucumber. See the leaves, how stressed out, and this has died, and my other cucumbers have died. This is my snap pea, and the snap pea will grow now, and that is a cool weather crop, so that will grow. The carrots will grow because they are cool weather crops, but anything which is a summer crop, and if any of y'all have already put in your transplants outside, will realize that the weather plays a big difference. I thought they will survive because I had let them have good roots and grow indoors for a while. This is my zucchini. I can see some of the leaves are still green, but the lower leaves are dying. So this is my kale. Kale is just thriving. So the cool weather crops are thriving, but the warm weather transplants have not done very well at all. This is another zucchini that I transplanted. It seems to be okay. I'll have to just wait and see whether it'll withstand, because we are going to get more rain. The kale is doing well. The Grand Rapids lettuce is still excellent. This is my broccoli. I just harvested a lot of it this morning. Some of it has bolted and gone to flower, but there is still the others growing, and I will let them grow and then just get the broccolini, the small ones. There's one here which is pretty good. There are some more in between. I'll keep harvesting. There's one there. Hope you can see it. There's one there. And then my red cabbage, which I have continued to harvest. So that's my red cabbage. And then I have cilantro. Cilantro has done beautifully, and you can see that cilantro also does not like the heat, so it is doing well. Similarly, my dill is doing well. But now let me take you to the other bed where I did my transplants. This is my bush beans. You can see how the bush beans have got stressed out in the cold weather. I did transplant them. So my 2 cents, do not transplant your summer crops if the weather is cold. This is unfortunately my squash, which is a disaster, and my squash already had started fruiting. You can see that this is the scallop squash, and unfortunately the leaves have all got stressed out, and I'm blaming it all on the weather that has happened. The red cabbage that was in this bed is still coming. So let's see. And then the cauliflower that was here, I have already harvested. The spinach, Giant Noble, and the Bloomsdale, both are okay. And this morning I harvested a lot of leaves.